We are back. It's Monday night. It's fashion night where we look at the red carpet and events and whether people are dressed correctly or not. And if they're not, the watch fashion police are out to arrest them. And that means my sartorial sluts are here. Dirk Kennedy and Michaela de Chatillon. First of all, Michaela, how are you feeling?
I'm alive again. That's all I have to say. With the help of a couple of my favorite elves. That's all I'm going to say about that.
That worked. Yay!
Yeah,
my great voice to have you back. Yay!
Thank you.
Michaela
so
had a
much.
very, very sore throat. Was it? It wasn't anything COVID related, was it?
No, I didn't have COVID. I tested. I just had brutal symptoms. I don't know. I couldn't talk. I couldn't swallow. It was just rough, but it lasted a while. But I'm feeling alive now.
Yeah,
everybody was getting that. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, it was gross.
Got it. Paul got it. Everybody got it.
It was a week of hell. It was horrible. And thank God for antibiotics. Thank God for modern medicine, kids. Dirk, how are you doing?
Grand.
You doing grand?
Yeah.
How was your show yesterday? Fun?
It was fun. That fun.
Sunday Mass.
Sunday Mass is getting really fun.
You should put on a collar like a priest collar.
I have one.
You do?
Yeah, because I used to, when Rio had, my old job used to have Halloween, we'd all have to dress up. And I just said, everyone thinks I'm a priest anyway. So I went to the Catholic supply store and I got the collar and the shirt and started walking, I would change at home first and I'd take the subway and everyone would be so nice to me. Good evening, Father. Hello, Father. Good evening, Father. It was the instant respect.
I did that by accident one time. I was signing up for something. Was it the Lincoln Center, the Avery Fisher Hall or something? And somehow when I was signing up for membership, I think it was just before a show and they had me tick off some boxes. And somehow I ticked off that I was a father.
Father, may I?
and from then on, from then on, I was getting letters to the house, Father O'Malley.
It's great.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Has a ring to it.
Yeah. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. Well, it's great to be back, guys. Sorry about the past couple of weeks. Last week, of course, is more my fault really than anything. I wasn't even here.
It's not
I was
fault.
in Geneva.
You were getting the inside scoop in person for us here.
Mm-hmm. Indeed,
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
We have a man on the ground. Yeah.
So we're going to take a look at Watches and Wonders and the various styles, because there were some very stylish gentlemen. I didn't really make any effort at all this year. Last year I was all canalied up, but this year I just kind of grabbed whatever was in front of me, stuffed it in a bag and took a midnight train. So I wasn't exactly, and so on. There was a lot of amazing dressed people there, a lot of very cool style, and of course many amazing watches. So I think we're going to take a look and get straight into it here.
Exciting.
Yeah, it's nice, right? Ooh. So first off, we have let me zoom in on this chap. This is Yoni Ben Yehuda from Material Good. Material Good is a big online retail store for watches and accessories and style, both men and women's. So we'll get to his watch in a minute, which is a Cartier Crash. Everybody wants one of those right now. How are you guys feeling about this checkerboard that he's wearing?
It's a mini window pane.
Is that the name of that kind of style?
Yeah, that's the style. Yeah, it's a mini window pane.
Yeah.
You want to start, honey? Since
sure.
You just came back, let's do it.
Sure. I don't have too much to say because I do commend him for dressing well for the event. Although Oisin, you do get a total pass because you're just very spontaneous. The fact that you even went is awesome. So don't even worry. And also, I saw your outfit. It was a good casual outfit. So
I agree.
Good. You look put together, so that's what matters.
Agree.
You didn't have to go full suit.
Colors were really, really, really.
Exactly.
Okay, I'll take it from you.
Colors,
I'll definitely take it. How are you feeling about this chap?
Yeah, so for his outfit, I'm going to be honest, it's a little bit, in my opinion, a little bit too much for the type of event it is. It's a bit loud. Being a double-breasted suit anyway is already like a very formal, almost kind of stuffy look if you don't do it right. And when you're Yeah, I wouldn't say this is the right type of event. It's not quite like that type of formal. It's more like business formal. That's what I would see it as. But he does look good. I'm not gonna beat him up too much. However, I would never pair loafers. I think those are loafers with a double-breasted suit. I think that's doesn't work to me because I find those suits to be way more formal, and I feel like loafers give it a really cool casual look, so I just don't think it's the right thing to do. And then also like that's a lot of sock going on there too. But like can you go sockless? No show socks with a double-breasted suit? No. So it just doesn't work. But, still happy he tried. Put in
What's up?
effort.
What's up with that tie? It's such a big. Is that a different kind of way to tie your tie? Look how broad
It's
that
a
is. at the
double
top.
Windsor, and yes, it is a different way, and it's a very, very thick tie to begin with. It's a 70s profile, late 60s, like 69 to 76 profile tie when ties got really, really super fat. I might have a couple of examples I could grab because I do have some fatter ties that I probably will eventually bring somewhere and have them slim down.
Uh-huh.
This on paper probably looked great to him. I don't know his quirky style, but he looks like he either works as the ticket guy from the Cirque du Soleil, or he's just one of those guys that comes up to you in the department store and says, "This is the latest, the fragrance de femme or whatever, fragrance de floozy." Looks like the perfume guy at Bloomingdale's or whatever, La Rinascente. This is slightly costumey because look at the cut of this double-breasted jacket. Double-breasted jackets, usually fat guys wear them because it's forgiving. This guy's not. He's obviously has a good frame, but it's cut so fluted on the bottom, and it's buttoned fully. So it's about 4 sizes too large on him. It's very loud for like Michaela just said. It looks it's a little flash for this particular thing. I saw so many other outfits that were so perfect for this. Double-breasted is a very funny thing to try to pull off. And I think that this guy tried his best. The shoes and socks are a travesty. I mean, pair your socks to your shoes. I've always said that. Never do the accent of color on the guys love to think, I'm going to wear hot pink socks or fire engine red socks. Always pair your socks to your shoes. Never pair them to the suit. That's a big mistake. What he's doing here is he doesn't have where is that splash of color? Like, does he have a handkerchief that matches it? Does the tie match it? No. It's
Right,
just one
yeah.
of those guys that's doing that. I'm going to throw that in as a splash of color. The shoes, they look like vintage Gucci loafers to me. I could be wrong because I can't see exactly what that print is on there. And they're also cuffed.
That's a
on the bottom.
tassel. It's a tiny little
No, the
tassel.
yeah. Is that?
Oh, you're looking at the print.
Yeah, the print on
through.
there. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I
something
see.
printed on there.
I see.
I can't tell. They could be handmade shoes, but they look like clown car, like he's going to get out of a Volkswagen with 50 other guys. It's
Yeah.
a little too big. He should be carrying a big set of balloons.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Wow, you just
Poor
destroyed the
baby.
poor fella.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Oh,
also,
there you
yes,
go.
the pattern on pattern on pattern.
Okay,
too,
wait a
just like-
second. So, all right, let me take a step back a little bit.
He's got watches.
He's got
on the
watches that
tie.
are brown and cream, as are his socks. So I'm going to
Right.
pedal back a little bit.
Okay.
The
Oh,
problem is that it doesn't show well enough
yeah.
for the eye to pull that in together.
It
So he
doesn't.
did good with that, but like from a distance, no one can see that correlation. So
Mm.
it doesn't really work.
He's proud of it though. So, he's
Yeah, yeah.
he's peacocking is what he's doing. This guy's peacocking.
Yeah, it's just maybe not the right event to peacock at, but whatever.
And not only that, look at the suit material. It's completely wrong for spring. It's a way heavier weight.
Yeah, it's really, really heavy
A
looking.
really
yeah.
thick weight. So that would have been perfect for, November through February. But in April, no, not so much.
What do you guys think of the Cartier Crash? This is so popular right now. I mean, it's they go for huge money, especially
Yeah.
the vintage ones. I mean, you're talking between 100 and 200 grand for some of these watches now. It's a bit Salvador
Dali.
Dali, right?
Yeah.
It's Dali. Which came first, Dali or that?
That's a good question. I think Dali came first. But what do you think of do you guys like the Crash?
No.
No?
I want to, but I don't.
Right.
I
I want
want
to, but
to.
I don't too.
I don't. I just don't like it. It's not my thing. I'm not saying if I saw it, I wouldn't be mesmerized by it on somebody, but it's not something that even if I could, I wouldn't get it for myself.
I don't know what kind of man wears a piece like that. I just think it's the antithesis of masculinity. It's just such a touch of femme. I think on a beautiful girl in a beautiful strapless gown or something, she's going to Jules Verne with her lover, that might look really cute. It might make a nice choker with that super slim band. No, on a man, I think it's not so good.
Yeah, you could extend that band and make a choker.
Sure, wouldn't that
those
be good?
chokers are the flavor of the day.
Yeah.
He has some old vintage Cartiers here on his tie. I'm going to assume that's a Cartier tie.
Yeah. No dimple on the double. Should always dimple your double Windsor, kids. It's not hard to do. You just take your finger and you push in the fabric as you pull it through. Therefore, you've got that dimple right in the center, and then tighten it, and you have a dimple for the rest of the night. It's very simple to do. Just as you're folding the tie, double Windsor goes around twice, and as you're pulling it through, you stick your index finger on the tie, and you pull it through, and you create like a little U. And then you pull it tight, and then you have it for the rest of the night, and it won't come loose.
You heard it here first, guys. Let's take a look at some of the comments that were already up there from before, because there were some people making some. There was an interesting comment here from Bacchus. I think you were reading it there earlier, Michaela. A shout out to my stylish daughter who turned 15 today.
Bravo.
She has just taken a higher paper in GCSE Italian. A year early too. She is awesome. What is her name, Bacchus? Have you put her name in here?
Brava.
Happy birthday. Congratulations. That's so exciting.
Bravissima.
What a name. Bacchus Chaplin.
Bacchus Chaplin. Yeah, amazing.
And the Academy Award goes to Bacchus Chaplin. Sounds so superstar name.
Tim made a very good point. Upvote, guys.
Please.
Down there on the bottom right of the screen. He also sent us a super sticker. Great to see Tim right in the house. I, of course, saw him in Geneva. Best guy
That was
ever.
such a cute reunion when you guys were hugging. I shed a single tear. I was like, oh, touch. No, that was really sweet, though. Like
It was.
It was really sweet.
We've been through a lot, myself and Timmy, lately. So, yeah, it was.
You could feel that
nice.
for sure.
So
Very
here
authentic.
he is. Here's the same chap with Ben Clymer, of course, from Houdinki. A shout out to Houdinki because I'm actually using their website for these reference photos because they're just so easy to zoom in on. It's such a user-friendly site. And of course, they have a lot of great photos from the event. What do you think of Ben? He's lost a lot of weight.
Yes, he has.
Yeah. What about what he's wearing here?
Here's a guy that's is very excited about his weight loss and how he's going to go fashion forward. He is also wearing a double-breasted, as we can tell. It looks a little bit large, but give the guy a break. He just lost a couple of pounds. He's matching the slacks to the tie. It's like a lemon chiffon with a classic collar. I think he looks terrific.
Agreed.
I think he looks great. It's a very great summer little spring look for him there.
Yeah. I'd agree.
I like it a lot. I think he looks terrific.
Having that. Yeah.
Should have had his wife do his tie though, because he's got that little flap of fabric hanging over. It should be the other way. It's like when you do your tie wrong, you always get that little piece, that little flip.
Yes, this right here. Yeah,
so you got to redo it. You got to take it all apart and do it all over again, because that flip goes all the way back. There's no way to correct that. You can do this, and it'll just keep returning to that. This guy looks better here, by the way. That other shot. I mean, it looks better here. And I like his grooming is excellent. His hair looks terrific. His beard trim is good. His glasses are very 70s though. His glasses.
That's just another pop of quirkiness.
Yeah, it's a little bit Elton John for me. A little bit of yellow or bronze on the lens. But that's his style, I guess. I guess he goes for a certain look, and that's fine.
Yeah. Moving on.
Yeah, but Ben looks good. Really good.
I don't know why people wear watches like this. I know this is probably worth a lot of money in some sort of classic, Snoopy.
Is that a Timex
thing? Can't tell if it's a Timex. Why would you wear a watch like that? That's a weird thing to wear.
Because
And to Watches and Wonders too. It's odd.
Peanuts watches are tremendous. They have such a incredible following. They've put out only a couple of licenses through the years. Obviously, Swatch has them now. Timex has had them for 50 odd years. Obviously Omega has, a little bit of not only on the Apollo missions, but there's a tremendous amount of collectors out there for Snoopy watches. On Dirk weekdays, we have Malley C, and she has an inexhaustible supply of Timexes, and they're all from 20, 30 years old, and they're all very quirky and fun. So these aren't quartz watches, they're mostly mechanical watches. So listen, if that's your thing, and Woodstock is on there, and who doesn't have a soft spot for
I guess it's quirky, it's vintage, it's probably very, very hard to find, and it's a conversation starter, right?
Yeah. Oh man, Snoopy people, they're a totally different breed as opposed to the next picture. But then people who have a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still getting my head around the Aquanaut. I know it is a classic.
Yeah,
that strap I'm not crazy about. See where the strap matches with the grenade on the dial.
It makes it disappear.
What sort of shirt is that? It makes it disappear. I think it highlights it. No.
Yeah. No, I just mean, to me, seeing that rubber strap that looks so similar to the dial, it just makes it disappear to me instead of pop. Especially because it's dark. I don't know. It just looks very blended together.
Would have been better with a blue dial with that pale blue houndstooth shirt.
What if they did just like a fairer gray charcoal color instead of the same color deep like that? That might have been a little bit more clever, but who am I to tell Patek Philippe how to design their watches? But I don't really like that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't like the Nautilus either, but those watches don't do it for me. Like, what is to me the Nautilus and the not the Royal Oak. I like the Royal Oak so much more now than when I first laid eyes upon it. But the 5711 and this, I mean the Genta era. I don't know that shape of that watch. It doesn't know if it's round or an octagon. It doesn't know what it is.
That's the whole point. Yeah,
I guess it is. It's just that watch never did anything to me. I never really liked it, and I hate that band. I agree, man. I couldn't hate that band more.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been so much nicer with a leather strap.
Yeah,
especially with what he's wearing. I like what he's wearing.
Yeah,
it's clean.
Yeah.
But maybe it looks like a vintage one, as well. It's probably going back many, many years. There's a natural patina there on the indices. So this is probably one of the earlier Aquanauts. Pretty nice stuff. Let's move on down here. I'm actually going to skip past this for a second. There's a couple of chaps here. This is Laurent Ferrier himself.
Wow.
The man himself.
Yes. Very cool. He looks good.
He looks great. Yeah. Terrific.
He looks good.
Gray trousers with a blue blazer. Fantastic.
Isn't that tied? Look, it's perfection, isn't it?
Almost. It's a little off center, and
it's moving slightly to the center because he's turning.
It's beautiful, beautiful satinated silk, though. It's very nice, very great sheen, nice pocket. Beautiful, beautiful shoes. Wow, what is he wearing there? Those are gorgeous. Got a beautiful pair of Oxfords on. Nice.
So look at this guy. If this man was wearing a t-shirt and jeans, he wouldn't look nearly as masculine as he does. He looks very powerful. I mean, we know who he is, so we know he's powerful, but just something about a good suit makes you look so much more attractive, masculine, confident. Because if you saw him in a regular casual outfit, just like t-shirt, jeans, you wouldn't even think anything of it, but he's going to turn heads in this outfit. Even at his age, he still looks amazing. So
yeah, he's put together. I just don't know, and sorry, European fans out there, I just don't know why the European man has to go for colored frames on their glasses. The Italians are the worst.
Oh my God, red. They all wear red glasses.
The French
at least these are thin rimmed though.
But Jesus,
the thick rimmed, I'm done.
Yeah, me too. The thick ones. It's Dame Edna. It's Dame Edna.
Immediately, I feel like you're going to be rude. I don't know why. Immediately, I'm like, oh my God, they're a headache. And some of my friends wear them, so love you still, but it
Yeah,
just gives bad vibes for me.
those aren't that
You're an art
offensive.
teacher
Yeah.
that's angry. Yeah.
What's he wearing?
He's wearing one of his watches. This is the Sport Auto for Only Watch 2023. This reminds me of a friend of mine has Montmartre watches, and I'm just realizing now who he's a fan of because his watches look very like this. I like that crown. I like those onion looking crowns. They're very classic looking, but
Old fashioned.
interesting watch. Bit of a sporty,
Very sporty.
pop there of color.
Is it
Not
one of their
bad.
newer models that he's pumping, or
Now, this was for the 2023
Okay.
Exhibit last year, but he wore it to this show.
okay?
Nice pocket shot there. These are shots I never do, hand in the pocket. You ever notice that on my channel? There's none of that. I feel like
No.
every channel does the hand in the pocket.
Do the hand in the cookie jar. Shake it up. Just like different photos of your hand reaching in different things. A series.
Moving on,
Please.
these are very, very distinguished gentlemen. This is John Goldberger, one of the most important collectors of watches, really, on the scene. And next to him is Fabrizio Bonamassi Stigliani. This gentleman was implemental in designing the Octo Finissimo with Bulgari.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he came in kind of during the design of it and refined the design of the Octo Finissimo. So the Finissimo that we know now is partly due to him and his design and his eye. How are we feeling about these two gentlemen and how they're dressed? Is this an Hermes scarf or something crazy like that
Could be.
on
It's
the
hard to
left?
tell. Colors are very Hermes, but Michaela?
Well, it's definitely hard to even tell if that suit fits him properly because the way I mean he's got his shirt collar out over it. He's doing a little bit of sprezzatura, right?
Yeah,
Right.
Yes.
I think he looks cool, you know. I wouldn't say he looks classically dressed by any means, but he looks cool. Yeah.
You're
I
getting
think
into a
it's kinda
roadster on the way
fun.
to the restaurant. That's what he
Yeah,
looks cool
it's
for.
kind of fun. Again, I don't know about necessarily at Watches and Wonders, but it's not too loud. It's nothing too crazy. And then the fella next to him,
Yes.
we're doing another double breast. I guess that's in this year.
I guess it is.
He
Been
looks
coming
very
back.
like I don't know, like military a little
Yes.
bit.
Now this is the opposite of the other. This is
Yeah.
cut way too slim for him. He looks like he's in great shape once again. However, look at how tight it is from the elbow to the wrist. There's not enough fabric there. It's way, way, way too slim a profile for something like that, because the jacket looks like it's cut within just about perfect. But then as the sleeve, it's bunchy on the top, and then there's almost nothing left. I don't know if that was just how he was positioned here. It's possible. But if you notice, his cufflinks match his tie. He's got a knit tie, and that looks okay. Everybody's going for these. And the other thing is with the contrasty buttons, be they a horn or brass. I hate that on double-breasted. I like it to be a neutral, close to the color of the suit, because I don't like drawing attention to the buttons, because then it looks military, or it looks like, he's Master, whatever his last name, something like you dress a 12-year-old boy who's still wearing shorts. It looks something like a Boy Scout dress or a dress gray, West Point. It starts to look a little bit uniformy when you have the pop out, like nautical in a way, with the button contrast. But it's probably a $3,000 Brioni jacket, because I can see he's got working buttonholes there, and the break of his pant, the first leg you can't tell from, but it's perfectly done. The other guy's got big old cuffs on, and I can't tell if this is true, but gentlemen, if you're going to have a pair of pants made, or you're going to try on a pair of pants, please wear the correct corresponding undergarments, because the last thing anybody wants to see is any kind of man bulges in your suit. And it's very easy to do if you're wearing boxers or commando or any of those things. It's
Just
vulgar.
to clean that up. Yeah.
It's vulgar, and unless
It's
you're
scary.
like, yeah,
It's
it's
scary.
it's a creepy look, especially on an older guy. When gravity gets a hold of us, it's not kind, So you want to make sure that you're wearing the proper undergarment to keep yourself in check. make sure that it's cut just right in the crotch area, and you don't.
There's
want
another
any
photo
of
of him down here. This from a different angle.
that.
Now, why would an elderly gentleman wear a big? I mean, it was very warm in Geneva, not inside the venue, but it was unusually warm that whole weekend. It felt like summer. Why would you wear a big scarf like that? Is that to cover
The neck.
maybe the neck, like an
And the chin.
operation or
Crepey
something?
neck or a tracheotomy, or
Yeah.
could be. But then there's just scarf guys. You know, there's plenty of them, and especially in Europe. There's guys that love to wear their scarves. It's a
Yeah.
big accessory over there.
Yeah, as a gentleman gets older and he doesn't have as strong a form anymore. I mean, you can tell he's a very, very frail man underneath this suit. What's the smartest thing to do? Is it smart to recut your suits and get them tighter, or just leave a lot to the imagination instead? Is that the smartest thing to do?
That's a good question, actually.
He's
Leave
going
to the
definitely.
imagination.
This is very sprezzatura here with the
It's very
the open top of
sprezzatura.
and he also pulled back he has one sleeve pulled back so he can show his watch. We'll have a look at that in a minute. But it's kind of a droopy look. It's very effeminate, I would say. No,
I mean, European guys, and when they have that kind of sprezzatura style and all that stuff that they're doing, I mean, you see it all over Paris. Parisian men wear scarves all the time, and it's
Right.
fun, like a woman could wear that, a man could wear that. Maybe they share scarves. Maybe he shares scarves with his lady friend or his wife or whatever, and that's fine too. But I will say overall, it looks very unpressed as well. Now, he's not going for the pressed look, but it's very crumply all along.
yeah,
The shoes are fantastic. Those look like
Yeah.
vintage Ferragamos.
Those look good.
right, yeah.
The other guys got tassels on, and those have to go. Low profile loafers with tassels. Guys, just don't ever do that. Just don't do it.
I think also the thing about his suit is that the way he's wearing it, even though, it's a little bit more flamboyant. I don't know if it's necessarily feminine, but it is a little bit more flamboyant, peacocky,
Yeah.
It looks like he's going for, I wear suits all the time. It's no big deal. Like a lot of times when you're wearing a suit, it looks like you took a lot of time and effort and you're perfectly pressed and put together. And that's an amazing look. He's kind of going for a whatever. This is me every day. No big deal. It's how I always dress. So that's what his suit reminds me. It looks like he's worn it 100 times. It looks very worn and comfortable
worn
on
in.
him.
Yeah.
And then even in the next photo of him, you see him standing there. It's not like a perfect fit on him, but it's kind of just like, whatever, I wear this all the time. See, all the boys
tall.
are dressed up and they look really nice. He's like, for me, I've been doing this forever. You guys are just young kids.
That's
Look
the
at me.
feeling. I mean,
Yeah.
this photo is that. These are the
Yeah.
young kids all grouped around Mr. Goldberger, and he has this authority to him, doesn't he? What about this chap here? He's extremely smart looking. Huh?
I hate that style vest, though. It's just such a
This
pretentious thing. Oh God, it's just
Pretentious.
it's just wear a regular vest. Don't wear this double flap, double breasted
I
style.
mean, you got to be super slim. Right?
You do, and
Ultra
vests only
fit.
work on thin guys. Don't wear a vest if you're a chubby boy. Don't do it. The fabric is beautiful. The cut is beautiful. His tie is perfect. The shirt is perfect. He's a handsome guy. He's got a great haircut, but it's just that thing looks like corseting to me.
It does. It does look a little bit like corsety. That's what I was thinking.
It'd be so much
simple
sexier if it
vest
was
would be
just
better.
a simple vest with the buttons right down the front.
Yeah,
Looks
but he still looks
corsety.
overall good. But
Does.
that's definitely something that's
Yeah.
adding
And
an oddity to it. So your eyes go there and you're like, what? But who really wants to draw eyes to the abdominal area? That's not really where you want to focus the attention. You want to focus it on your shoulders and your face. So everything kind of leading up to here. So drawing so much attention to the abdomen doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, I agree.
He's also shown a little bit of detail down there. I can almost tell if he's circumcised or not.
Jesus, I can
Oh
see
my
your
goodness.
religion. Yeah, you have to be, guys. It's vulgar. Just whatever you do. I don't care how proud as a peacock you are. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's an
Don't get circumcised.
No, don't. Just whatever you do. Just be cautious of your undergarments to make sure that, because it's vulgar. It's in public. It's vulgar.
I'm going to be
Nobody-
honest.
nobody
As a
wants to look at that.
female, I have to tell you right now, this is just something I would have never understood or experienced as a female. I never understand how men manage that in their suits. I've always been curious, like, how do you deal with that?
You
But
wear boxers.
It goes on one side or the other.
you're
Yeah,
saying
but you
wearing
wear
boxers
boxers to keep it, just
disguises
keep
it
it.
better?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
it conceals
Okay.
it better. But if we wear
Mhm.
boxers, it's all bets are off, and
Oh, you're saying wearing boxers makes it worse.
way worse.
Okay. Yeah, because it just doesn't seem. Yeah. Anyway.
Unless you're going to some kind of bizarre party, or I mean, you want to
They
be
just need some
vulgar.
Versace briefs. That's what they need.
There's a reason why we have underwear.
Moving across, this is obviously a different day, and Clymer has changed his outfit. Is this a
Yeah.
corduroy suit?
These are the corduroy boys here. That's my new name for these two.
Oof, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not really my taste.
Me neither.
It's like a teddy bear. You're so fuzzy.
If you're gonna wear a corduroy jacket, go for a thicker cord, go for an elbow patch, and pair it with a completely contrasting pant.
Yes.
And
Amen.
always
Amen.
look like the hot professor. Don't look
Right.
like mommy dressed you in this mustard corduroy suit with the hunt pockets. It just looks crazy. Ben's doing his best, but once again, I can't tell. Is that even? It doesn't even look like it's part of a suit. It looks like it's a slightly different color brown. Right?
What? The pants?
Yeah. Or is that just the lighting?
It might be just the lighting.
Yeah.
I know what you're
'cause-
saying. I know
Yeah.
what you're saying. But I do think it's it looks a little bit more taupe, whereas there's a kind of a green undertone in the jacket.
Right. It's
But-
also not forgiving. So you need to be very slim, or, an older gentleman with a beard and a pipe to pull that off.
Speaking of beards, can we draw attention to the different way they've shaved? This chap went up with the line here.
Yeah.
So he's revealing a little bit of skin here.
Yeah.
Whereas Ben went to the Adam's apple. I think that's the smarter way to.
The correct way to
shave.
trim your beard, unless you're an Italian, because they don't even shave their neck. Their chest hair connects to their beard. And I don't know
Right.
why they do that. It is to the bottom of the jaw and
Yes.
along the bottom of the jaw to give you a full. This is, it stops right here. So you create this little line here and down.
Yes.
That is the barber's correct way for men's grooming. When you do that, see what he's trying to do is he's trying to give himself a little bit more chin because he's got a little bit of a gobble going on there,
Yes.
And some people just have better chins than others. It's just the way it is. Like Ben, who just lost a lot of weight, you see really right there that he's got a pretty decent chin. So he's able to do that. I would have probably cut that down by about a half an inch to give him a little bit more of a line, to give him more accentuation. Now, this guy in the with the little bit of the male camel toe, the handsome guy on the left,
Mhm.
he's got a perfect jaw. You could see it already, but his
Sure.
shirt is also a little too tight. He's got a spread collar on, and that
Yeah.
just might be just one size or half size too tight for him, because it
Uh-huh.
also kind of creates a lot of extra flesh here. When you're wearing a suit, you want to have an elongated neck like women have been able to do throughout time in fashion. Designers create ways to elongate the neck and make them look better. Even like cigarettes, like women used to smoke those 100s and 120s. It was all made to elongate their fingers and be more feminine. For a guy, you have to
Right.
be very careful about the size. Never go too tight. Always go about a half. And if they say, you're a 15 and a half, go 16. If they say you're 16, go 16 and a half. It gives you wiggle room, and it also is way more comfortable, and it looks better. He's a good looking
because
guy, though.
I mean, these are all handsome fellas. I think this cut here I think looking at himself directly in the mirror, this chap here on the right, it
Yeah.
probably looked good. But from
Yeah.
this angle, it doesn't look good. You see, that's my issue with that kind of
Yeah,
cut.
he's trying to create more of a jawline illusion, and
Right.
it's up. In 3/4 it's wrong, on the side it's wrong profile, but up front he's like, "Oh, that's perfect."
Sure.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. If he didn't shave that short,
Yeah,
that would
'cause you-
definitely give him more of a jaw. Actually,
would
just
give
like
him
the
more of
other
a
chap.
jaw.
You see,
It's-
he's got like a full jaw here,
Mhm.
whereas his is just cut like a line there.
Yeah, and you can see that he's got a bit of a gobble, and he was trying to avoid that. And it's just grooming 101, boys. That's all.
Let's take a look at the watches they had on. So Mr. Goldberger
Mhm. Oh, boy.
had this amazing Montanaro, Ralph Lauren American Western watch, sterling silver. Look at this thing. Jesus Christ.
That's so cool. I love it.
That's amazing. I mean, so decorative, classic from a different era. kind of a breguet.
Yeah,
Our hand there. Both hands are kind of breguet looking.
Yeah, they are.
And a mixture of Romans and Arabics.
Yeah.
See that? 12, 6, and 9.
Yeah.
And 3 are Arabics. Isn't that interesting? With Romans then for the rest. And no need for a Cartier 4 when you're mixing it up like that. They don't have the 4 lines. They have the one in front of the V. So that's interesting. Very cool. Very interesting watch. And again, he's pulled back this part of his sleeve to reveal the watch, pushing into the sprezzatura thing once again, I would say. No?
Okay, so
what
now
kind of fabric is that?
That's moire. Holy shit. Now up close, that is some very, very stunning stuff. That could be Missoni. That could be, I mean, this obviously comes from one of the higher end Loro Piana or Zegna, one of the great fabric makers in Italy, because that's a moire. That's, the way they create it is it's multicolored threads. If you look in there, there's rust, there's yellow, there's cream, the weave red of that. Yeah, there's red. It's so you couldn't tell from before, but you could tell that's a very super high quality fabric going on there. That's called moire. That's the style.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And there's green too. Look at the pocket. Look at the pocket. I see green down there too.
Oh, down here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It creates a shimmer. It all depends on the way the light hits the moire. So it's amazing. Up close, it's better. I hate embossed leather. I just don't like that saddle look. I've never been a fan of that at all. This guy obviously is shooting for a particular individual style, so kudos to him. But that, I mean, I don't know anybody who'd want to wear that watch. And plus, who makes that watch? Ralph Lauren, but who makes it? What's in it? What's in that? Does anybody know?
I'm not sure. I'm not movement wise. I have no idea. What do you think of that kind of leather, Michaela?
Generally, I would say no when it comes to watches. No. But I like it on this piece. It's very interesting. It's very different. And I like it. I don't know what to tell you. I just do. It's cool. But if I saw it all the time, I wouldn't like it. It's just kind of such a different thing than what I usually see. And it's not ridiculous to me. It just looks kind of understated cool. I like it. But then again, I wouldn't like to see it on watches frequently.
No, it works for him and his.
I think it works on him because of the stature of the man. Now, Buonamassa Stigliani, he has the Octa Finissimo on, and I love these ones with the sketches. Like it looks like a sketchboard, like an
architectural rendering.
Yeah. That is
cool.
very cool.
It's a cool watch.
I've been on the fence about Octa Finissimo for a long time. They would look great on me because they're a large watch. They cover most of the wrist. It's a large wrist presence, and it's also quite slim, so it goes under the cuff very easily for a large watch.
The bracelet is sexy too.
I've never actually seen that dial, so I'm going to go ahead and assume it's just his one. Let me see. The new Bulgari
designed it, right?
Sketch.
Oh,
yeah,
sketch.
Well, he would have been instrumental in the design. It's called the Sketch. I've seen other sketches. This one looks like it has, the works, the back of the watch revealed, like in a sketch in the front. But I've seen other ones, and I like that kind of dial. What do you think, Michaela?
It looks like a newspaper kind of. Well, the bracelet itself reminds me of, what is it called? Bogies, or just the wheels on a tank. It reminds me of that. The way it just goes around like that.
Interesting. Oh yeah.
So it's very bold and masculine presence. I don't dislike it. I'm adjusting to it right now. I'm processing what I'm looking at, but I don't dislike it. It doesn't look like a pile of bones. It looks artistic. It's interesting.
Yeah, that's what I like about it.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
What's this fabric he's got in this suit?
That's a waffle pattern. You can buy a million shirts like that. It looks like a high quality shirt, and it looks good. It's waffle. I love waffled shirts. They look great. By the way, Andrew Davidson says that Piaget makes the movement, and Andrew, he says it's the reference RL514 by Piaget for Ralph Lauren for that watch.
For this watch, it has a Piaget. Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
They also had a mono pusher from Cartier. This looks like a vintage one.
Tiny.
I mean, they re-released the Tortue mono pusher watches this year. Very, very expensive, but this is obviously one of the originals. How do you feel about the Tortue shape, guys? Do you like this kind of shape of a watch head?
For ladies, I do. Not
For ladies only.
Yeah, I think it's for ladies. I think it's curved like a beautiful woman's body. I think it's very feminine.
It does look like that a little, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Wow.
I think so. I think it's feminine.
I agree.
I'm funny about men wearing feminine watches.
There was a lot of that at this show. There's a lot of unisex watches
Yeah.
going around. So let's move on.
Can I have that in my house? The big Lange clock.
Yeah.
That's cool.
This is when it would light up.
Oh,
The crowds
Jesus.
would run to see it light up because this is their new release, the Lumen, and this is it's quite stunning. And they had this enormous one, as you can see, but it wasn't like that the whole time. They would just dim the lights every hour or two, and people would run over to see it.
Smart.
Quite a spectacle, yeah. We were talking the other night about where the hell these things go when the whole display is done. Once the show is over, who gets that?
This is where they go to pray during the Watches and Wonders.
It's quite amazing. Moving on now, we have Eric Koo, the collector. Interesting guy, a designer himself, and he was leaning into the Cartier stuff. Let's start with his style. Looks like he has some beads. The pants are a little loose, are they?
They're very lumpy. They're not doing him favors.
He's a little guy. This is boys department. He's probably wearing like a 36 short. It's very small. He's very thin. He's very small. It's cut right. The pants are all wrong. The break is completely off. The cuff is perfect. It's okay. I mean, he's got flat pockets.
It's simple.
It's simple.
It's simple. He's dressing properly for the event. I would definitely have gotten his pants tailored properly because especially if you're not very tall, if your pants look baggy like that, it takes away the illusion of your height. So you want your legs to look long. This makes his legs look shorter, and it's actually doing him a disservice. If his pants were tailored properly, then his legs would look longer, and that would look good. But he's kept it simple.
Yeah, those boots, they look like they're a boot.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
They have the little expander in there. It's a great.
I think that's a bit of a disappointment up here with no tie or no.
Yeah, it's because of the way he's wearing it. It just looks a little schlubby. But I bet you walking around, he probably looked great. When he's got a striped shirt, it's pink accentuations. Yeah, I like it. He's not bad.
He wore a London tank. This is it's classic.
It's classic. You can't go wrong with that.
That's cool.
Yeah, it also looked great because I'm sure he's got a very small profile wrist. He looks like a little guy. Know your sizes, kids, when you're picking out a watch. Don't wear a clock on your wrist. Don't do it.
These are the Davidoff brothers. They have a large store. I think I have it up here. That's them there, and this is their store selling magnificent collection of watches. I gotta go through the Speedies later. Look, there's a lot of old ones. Look,
I've watched a couple of their videos. They have they have a channel. They talk about their store. Yeah.
And what about the style here? The guys went very cash because, of course, you're walking around all day at this event, right? If you're wearing really stiff shoes, it might get very tiring. How do you feel about shirts hanging out like that? I do that a lot sometimes because I just don't want to tuck in a shirt.
I think it depends.
I think it depends too. You don't do it under a suit jacket though, do you?
No, you got to tuck in under a suit jacket.
Thank you. He didn't.
Yeah, it's a contextual thing. And I think in this context, it would have looked better if he tucked it in. It would have looked proper. Otherwise,
some men don't tuck it in because they have a bit of gut going on and they don't want that muffin top.
Then button the jacket at the bottom.
Get a bigger shirt and a bigger jacket.
That's why you're supposed to button your jacket. It also can conceal that kind of stuff. But I'm not a fan of any kind of trainers that have, or shoes that have a white bottom like that. It makes them look cheaper. Even cheaper. It makes them look more casual. If they were like all the way dark,
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
he's
know.
wearing a pair of Puma Clydes on the left. So that's just a regular straight up sneaker. The guy on the right, the brother on the right, he's wearing some kind of micro suede. Now, if that had a cream or a brown bottom or a black bottom, it would look so much better. Because those
Yes.
look like, I like the green ones on the right. And I'm not generally much of a trainer wearer, sneaker guy. But those are nice. I mean, here's another thing, fellas. The stovepipe pants, the skinny jeans. These are two beefy boys. These are not
Yes.
slim fellas. These are guys that love to drink wine and eat pasta and all the great foods and chocolates of the world.
Yes.
Skinny jeans are for skinny guys. Don't be wearing these stovepipe skinny jeans when, I mean, he's got skinny legs, but he's got, a thicker middle. And I'm not saying, I'm not discriminating against that. It's just that wear a jean that fits perfect for you. And also, don't wear jeans to Watches and Wonders either. Wear a slack. Wear a pant. Did you wear jeans?
On the first day, my whole blue look was, I had jeans, but they weren't skinny jeans.
Were they dark denim?
Dark, yeah.
Yeah, see,
this
is a washed
dark
denim. Yeah.
Dark wash.
I have no problem with a pair of Japanese selvage waxed denim. Those are great looking. And you wear them with a beautiful pair of black Oxfords or brown. Beautiful. But this guy, this guy looks like, he's going to the game. He's going to see the match.
Right.
But I like their watches, though.
Yes.
Yeah, these are Cartier Tank Centrés in
Yeah.
platinum with luminous blue dials based off the 1929 platinum Cartier Paris Tank Centré.
Yeah.
European watch movements. Wow. Replaced in 1990s by collector Giorgio Seragnoli. Look at those stunners. Ooh.
Those are gorgeous.
They're so pretty.
See, now, look at this.
These are big lads, so they look like they have arms like mine.
They have big, beefy, hairy mitts on them, the two of them.
Yeah.
But once again, close up, look at the fabric and the cuff of that shirt. It's nice stuff. You could tell that's quality. He's wearing quality. Look at that beautiful single stitch on that sleeve. Beautiful. They're not wearing cheap crap either, that's for sure, other than the Clydes. But that watch is beautiful. Oh, my God.
Sweet God.
Jesus.
I would wear that.
Oh, my God.
Long.
That would look beautiful on everyone.
Just magnificent. Oof. And there's our Cartier 4 right there.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. So we don't have too many V's all over the place. But simplicity and perfection. Think of how small the movement is in that watch. Look.
Yeah, oh my God.
Just that tiny little area right there. But just spread across the wrist in that style is just
that's gorgeous.
Gorgeous stuff. Let's move on here. Masaharu Wada of Hodinki, Japan. How are we feeling here? He's got a striped sweater.
He looks like he's
cargos. Oh my gosh.
Looks like he's late for his next class.
I don't get pairing the cargos with a jacket.
I don't get cargos at all. Don't wear them.
Yeah.
I know cargos are in with really young people.
Ugh.
I don't know if he's Japanese. Because I know Korean men, they have a very specific aesthetic style that's really in, and it looks pretty good. It's pretty sleek. And cargos are often thrown into the mix, and they can, a lot of people can pull them off. If you're tall, attractive, you can make it look good. In this case, it just doesn't work. I don't understand why you'd wear cargos with a jacket.
It's a shame. The jacket and the sweater are good, and he's a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
His hair is great. He looks.
Even if
hair up is good.
Yeah.
Imagine that outfit with dark wash selvage denim. It would look very clever.
I would
not too tight. It would look good. That's a good way to be semi-casual, right?
Yeah.
These are probably just very, very comfortable.
Yeah, sure. Well, you know what? You want to wear a pair of dress golf pants. Do you know about the magic of golf pants? Because guys are going crazy for golf trousers. Golf trousers are they look like a slack, but they have stretch in them. But they have a nice seam. They have pockets. They look exactly like a suit trouser. However, they give in the waist and they give in the thighs, but they're cut nice and slim, not skinny jeans. But they're really pair with any outfit. If you're going to Watches and Wonders, it'll look great. A nice golf pant. They're beautiful. And he could have done that. Cargo shorts don't get me started.
And I've heard nothing but good things from women about men wearing their golf pants. Absolutely nothing but praise.
Yeah, because you
Really?
know what they do?
Yeah.
They give you a bit of an arse as well.
Yeah, they
They're
do.
they're
They
nice,
make
and they
you. They
come in
make
every
you look
color.
and they make you look fitter. Like it just.
Yeah,
They do.
they do.
Some
Oh,
bands give that.
golfers. Golfers were always fat throughout history until Tiger Woods, and then everybody decided to get in shape before him. Everybody was smoking on the golf course and going hitting the clubhouse, drinking. They all had big beer bellies. All the guys from
Mhm.
yesteryear, and they created these pants that fitted the men who had a slightly larger frame. And then these companies decided, and it was companies like Hagar, and not companies that men would normally gravitate towards. It was more the slack companies, and then all the sporting good companies from Adidas to Puma to Nike, they started doing it, and then the designers stepped in and started making the stretch golf pant, and that's when the style started getting really good on the golf course.
Thank you, designers.
Astonishing.
We love you for that.
Yeah, we do.
He's wearing some Japanese independent brands here.
Okay.
I can't even pronounce the names. A lot of double fisters going around at the show as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well,
Different conversation pieces. This is not my kind of thing here. I don't know what the hell's
Is that
going
how
on
much
there.
does he weigh?
At least this is, yeah.
It looks
It
like a
looks like
scale.
a prehistoric
It looks
watch,
like a
the first
scale.
watch they made out of in the caves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially with those wire lugs coming out there.
yeah, that's
At least you can read the time, though. I can tell it's, it's approaching
2:50.
10 to, it's 2:50. At least that, because sometimes when you have alternative looking, remember that thing? I think it's sitting there right here, actually. Remember that funny looking thing that I was sent there recently? This
Yeah.
open heart thing that looks like it has the black hole from Interstellar on it. I still can't figure out. They wrote to me yesterday. They're like, so do you want to make a feature on our watch? We'd love you to do it. This thing is like $4,000 or $5,000. And I was like, I would if I could tell the time. How do I tell the time? I'm just like super, confused. So if you're going to get alternative, at least make it easy to tell the time. Otherwise it gets annoying.
It's a watch.
Yeah, you got to be able to tell the time, kids. What the hell is going on? Now, this guy is really interesting. I think he was just spotted at the show. Doesn't say who he is or anything, but they just say a man in the robe at a trade show. You definitely got to stop. And I mean, for one, he's wearing a sick watch. So
Yeah,
we'll
of course. Yeah.
But how do we feel about this?
He's wearing a costume, obviously.
Right.
It's some kind of Japanese bathing bathrobe, like James Bond before he gets massaged by the beautiful Japanese ladies. And
that's right.
We only live twice. It looks like he's going to a Japanese sauna. He's got a pair of sneakers on. He's very proud of his look. He's got a tunic top on top over a regular shirt and tie.
Shirt and tie.
And he's got some, and he's got some kind of merce with him. He was going for
looks like he's got a Louis Vuitton bag.
Yeah,
purse, merce.
Yeah,
interesting looking. How do you feel about it, Michaela?
I don't know if that's some sort of like traditional wear that he's wearing, but I don't. Okay, look, I'm not really big into fashiony style. I like classic style. That's my thing. That's how the lens in which I see things. This to me, because he's pairing it with the sneakers and he's got the nice collar and the nice tie, and then he's got his thing and maybe a purse. This is total fashion to me. This is like fashion week kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But somehow he's making it work.
I agree.
Especially because in his face, he's carrying the confidence of it. He's carrying the confidence. He doesn't look like he needs the validation. He doesn't look insecure or he looks like he did it on purpose. He's owning it. And I honestly think he looks pretty good. I don't know. I agree. If I saw this on a white guy, I would laugh my ass off. But on him,
he looks like some really cool samurai or the prince, like the prince of the emperor. He's very regal. I don't
dislike it. Yeah, he looks regal. He's great. He's got great planes in his face.
Yeah.
Like I would listen to him no matter what he said.
I know.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, if there were any doubts, he's also wearing an incredible watch. That is beautiful. It's that might be the 15400 because the date is a little farther in, so that's a smaller movement on that watch. Sure. But man, oh man, like that's how you finish it off.
Man, oh man, it's way too big on him too, though. Holy crap! And he looks like he never took any links out. It looks full links. Look at that; it's hanging off of him.
Yeah, it's just
I
he's
mean,
got a
it's
small
It does
wrist.
look a
it's a
bit
bangle.
odd of a fit. It's a beautiful piece, I think. It does look
Oh,
like it's not fitting on him, right? But
Hmm.
can also
yeah.
be some weird picture angle. But I've never seen a watch that fit properly look like that at any angle when you're wearing it. So I don't know.
Look at the fabric on the sleeve of that kimono or bathrobe or whatever it is. It's just incredible. First of all, everything that's made in Japan when it comes to, pottery, guitars, anything you fashions, the stuff is so impeccably made. The
Hmm.
quality of their stuff is incredible. You just look at that fabric. Look at the piping on it. This guy's no joke. It's very
Yeah.
cool. I give him an A for whatever he's got going on here. Maybe I
Yeah.
don't understand it, but overall, I think he looks really cool. I just wish he didn't wear the white sneakers. That's
If
my
he
only.
was wearing a Grand Seiko, it would be almost too much. But the fact that he's got an AP on with that,
Yeah, it's pretty.
as Michaela says, I'd listen to anything he says. Right? He looks dead serious. And look, he's got a ringlet, Michaela. Ooh,
Shut up.
He's wearing it
No,
on
it's
his
cool.
index.
on the index finger of all
It's
things.
cool. I think it looks cool in this case.
It actually
It's
is
case by
kinda cool.
case. Yeah, it looks cool.
This guy gets a full pass for his whole thing. It's just, it's
Yeah,
very
very.
interesting, and I'm sure everyone talked about him.
Yeah. Did you see the dude?
Yeah.
The samurai with the AP. Now I can't get my head around this shit. This is the Ed Sheeran G-Shock.
Yeah.
I'll never understand why you
It's
would
okay
put
to
that
it's
on
okay
your-
to say it's ugly. It is ugly.
But is it
Ugly.
beautiful ugly? Is it like
No,
ugly with
ugly.
attitude? Or
No,
just
it looks
straight
like
up
it looks like a slug bug. It looks like a beetle, a yellow beetle car. I don't know. I don't like
Mhm.
it. It's not ugly beautiful to me.
One of the bashers gave me a G-Shock, and I've
Do
never.
you have
worn
it there?
Yeah, I have it right here.
Oh, yeah. That one's not as bad.
Yeah,
No, it's not as bad.
That's
No, it's not as
quite-
bad.
But have you ever
however-
worn it out of the house?
No, I have not.
It's a nice gift, but man, I can't see you wearing something like that. Okay, now we have Francois Paul Jorn, FP Jorn. There's the man himself wearing his own personal Elegante with a yellow strap. This is, of course, a very famous watch, made even more famous when Britney Spears lost hers in Paris. Remember this? This is the watch she got. Very interesting watch indeed. The yellow strap, I think, completely ruins it. But who am I?
Yeah.
Who am I to say? This is a very distinct man with an excellent eye. What's
It's
he
like
going
seeing
for?
a yellow Ferrari Roma. It's like, why?
Yeah.
on
Oh,
earth
look at that
would you
reference.
get it in yellow? Why? It's such a beautiful car, but you put yellow. It doesn't-
I know. It's a
Some things are
taxi.
not meant to be
Taxi.
that way. I know. It hurts
Yeah.
me.
I like the curtains he brought to the show, though.
The
They look
dial
great.
is
the
the
drapes.
dial of the watch is beautiful though. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. Beautiful dial.
Yeah.
But yeah, him standing in front of that, by the way, it makes him blend in like camouflage.
Yeah. It's like where do you get your damask at Scalamandre? It just looks like drapery. It's very strange. But listen, quirky guys, quirky European artists.
Yeah.
FP Journe is not a brand that excites me in any way, shape, or form. I understand what they are and what they do. I just don't think any of them are attractive. I just don't like them. I don't like this watch. I don't like them at all. I just don't like their watches.
It's got bolts. You hate bolts in a watch.
I'm not a big fan of the bolts. I just think they look fuddy-duddy. I just think they all look like old man's watches for the most part. I don't like their color palettes usually. It's not my thing. Is that like a mini tourbillon down there? What is that?
No, that's just no. It's not tourbillon. I think that's a little rotor thing.
Okay.
This thing wakes up. I think it's a half quartz watch. It may not be a quartz version of it, but this is a kind of when you rest it down, it doesn't move. It goes back into sleep mode, and then when you move the watch or you turn your wrist or you pick it up off the table, it goes back to the correct time. All of a sudden, it's a very interesting watch. I just think that yellow strap kills it because it's not even a nice texture or something. It just looks like the most basic of rubber.
Yeah.
Just I don't
looks
know.
like a yellow stick of gum. Just looks like plain old gum. And his outfit is crazy. But this guy
doesn't work with this outfit, even as quirky as it is.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I mean, a skateboarder or something like that could wear that, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I know why everybody loves them. I get it. I get why they get it. It's just I'm not a fan of their watches. I just think they just look farty to me, and his outfit is weird. I like his big crazy saddle pockets on this big. It looks like something that B. Arthur would wear, from the Golden Girls.
Mm-hmm. They're
But
miles down. Look at them.
They're
Wow.
miles down and they're very large.
It looks like he'd be carrying like paintbrushes, and he needs like a little palette with paint, and he needs a little, I don't know, beret or something.
Maybe fancy. Yeah.
A baguette.
Looks like an artiste. A baguette, yeah. Just put a baguette in there.
Kind of like gay Hemingway.
It's not ugly. It's French.
Yeah, it's not ugly. It's French, right?
There's
what do we know?
Difference between ugly and French.
Yeah.
Moving on, then we see Kari Vutolinin of HCHI event for independent watchmakers off-sites. What do we got going on here? What is that watch that he has on? Is 20th anniversary tourbillon piece.
Uh-oh.
Wow. You hate the tourbillons, don't you?
But
it's actually not showing. It's not,
it's not showing, so I'm not freaking out.
Yeah.
It's interesting. At
least he's wearing a belt. At least he's tucked in his shirt.
Yeah. I mean, this is just a guy at church. I mean, there's nothing special about this at all. It's got a high quality jacket, working buttonholes, kind of shirt's a little too tight at the midriff. You never want to show that little bit of muffin top, boys.
Or close the jacket.
Close the jacket up. But he's an older guy settling in.
Sure.
I like the color combination. It's very simple and pretty.
Yeah.
It goes well together.
The watch is a statement at the end of the wrist.
Oh, he's got the Japanese fan pattern on the. Oh, look at that. Okay, interesting. See, when you get up close, a great close up, Oisin. Wow, that dial is crazy. Wow,
wild.
Wow, look at that.
Interesting. Yeah.
What do you?
I like that strap.
Sure.
If you're gonna go wild, stark color, have some texture to it. This is nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
The size of the crown on that thing.
Yeah. I love big crowns on watches. I hate little tiny crowns. I love a big meaty crown. It looks good. Yeah, I like that a lot. That watch is pretty cool. No, that's even cooler.
Now we have Lydia Winters. She has her own channel and her own Instagram, etc. And she's done some magnificent photography in the watch world. And she's clearly a Nomos fan.
A lot of people are.
Oh, Nomos are cool, man.
Yeah.
It's Glashütte. It's German.
Yeah, it's German. A lot of people were going to their booth and talking about them. She's got a very signature style. I like her G.I. Jane haircut. I love this oversized. It almost looks like she's wearing a trench coat, but it's a big suit jacket. She's an artist. And you know what? She's an artist. She looks cool.
She has a Leica camera.
It is her look is working for her.
Yeah, she's cooler than hell. I like her a lot. And I just think she looks like she's there. She's out on the field reporting, and she's got a Leica. And if you've got a Leica, you know what you're talking about. Because Leica is, come on, guys.
She knows herself and her husband have a cool channel. I'm not sure if it's still active, but for a while they were doing some of the best photography. They were doing like tutorials on how to get the light right on the watch, and they were going to crazy locations like out on ice and stuff like that. It was really cool, but I'm not sure the channel. I think it was a lot of work for each episode. It's a similar problem to what I have. What kind of fabric is this? It's interesting.
It's a knit. I can't see up close, but it's some kind of knit, right, Michaela?
Yeah, I think so.
It's a knit. It could
imagine
be.
It's anything else.
I mean, I can't tell whether or not that's a silk screen or if that's sewn that way because it's not. Can't tell from this picture. It looks like because it's got a bit of smudgery going on there, so I'm thinking it might have been silk screened.
Right,
possible. I don't know what she's wearing, but that's cool. That watch is pretty cool. I just love her style. I think she's cool. I love her. I love short hair like that on girls. I think it's very sexy.
Thoughts, Michaela?
I think she is owning her look and it's working. It's definitely a slight like masculine look, but in a cool way. And she still has a feminine face, even if she has her short hair. So I don't know. I think when you go for this type of look, it can either look really good or it can look really wrong, and she's doing it right.
Yeah, it works for her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it works for her, and she just looks like a nice person. She's got a nice glowing
Beautiful smile. Yeah.
And the watch is interesting. It reminds me of like lemonade, pink lemonade.
Yeah, it's super fun, playful.
She definitely wore it so that eyes would go to it, because with all that dark color scheme she's wearing, you just got that bright white and yellow. And I think it's very pretty. It's a pretty
I
watch.
do too. I like everything about it. I'm curious, I have got a woman here, so I don't have to worry about her opinion on it because I know what she's going to say. But Sheen, as a red-blooded straight male, let me ask you a question. Now, men, gay men especially, when a woman has a super short haircut and it works for them, we always think it brings their beauty out even more, their natural beauty. Like when you saw Demi Moore do it, or Mia Farrow do it, or really short haircuts. Does hair like a longer hairstyle? Because I know straight men generally tend to prefer women with longer hair. How do you feel about a very short haircut on a woman generally?
You've got to have the most incredible face, I would say.
Yeah,
because it's out there by itself, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, it goes for men too. You've got to have a great shaped head. If you're going to shave it all off, it's got to. If you have an amazing bone structure and a strong jaw and so on, it's going to work. So the same with women. I think if you have a stunning face, that it can work. You see it a lot in the fashion world. You see the Bella Hadids and so on of the world. They just have these incredible epic faces. It doesn't matter what hair they have. It's just going to be a new but beautiful look. But if you're not so perfect, hair can be.
Oh, sure.
Hair can help
for men too. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, some guys weren't meant to be bald, and some guys were.
There's a powerful look to it. If I was at a party and there was some woman across the room giving me the eye, and she had a shaven head or very, very tight, short hair, I would feel masculinity from her, not in a testosterone kind of way, but in a kind of a power way. I would feel like she might be a top, if you don't mind.
Right. Yeah. Well, a lot of lesbian women do that too, and they're asserting their masculinity. Obviously, she's a straight married woman, so it just reminds me of like the first Star Trek movie. There was that beautiful actress Princess Kambata. Remember her? How glorious she was with her shaved head. And I don't think Demi Moore was ever more beautiful than she was in G.I. Jane. She was astonishingly beautiful in that.
I think it shows amazing confidence. That's what that looks like to me.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
She's cool. I like her a lot.
She also has a very cool name and spells it the correct way. Lydia with Lydia. I'm obviously partial to that, my daughter's name. Here's some lads doing the double fisting thing, which is certainly a thing to do at the event. I want to ask you guys about these little bracelets and so on next to the watch.
Yeah.
You think that's a good look?
No.
I don't like when men stack their jewelry or put like watches with the jewelry. I don't mind a simple bracelet on a wrist without a watch on it, but I don't like it with the watch.
100% agreed. It's just bangly. It's guys, choose what you're going to use for your accessory. I don't know what that look is about. That guy's wearing a plain white t-shirt. Is that what he's wearing?
This dude?
He's wearing a printed t-shirt, even worse.
Even worse.
And he's a handsome, slim guy with a great looking arm. That guy could have dressed up and looked great wearing something.
I think this is his dressing up. That's it. Sometimes when you have a gold watch, that's all you need. Sometimes I have a pair of jeans on and a black t-shirt, and I just put on the gold watch.
Sure, it looks good, but
watch is the outfit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a sloppy look for watches and wonders. And this guy's
I agree.
His denim shirt. Yeah. Sloppy. Yeah, I hate those shirts more than anything in the whole wide world. I hate those shirts.
It's so bright.
It's just, first of all, they always look dingy. They never look laundered. They always have a dingy look to them because, the color changes at the seams. The seams are also buckled. They have that real rigid buckle on them when they put the seams together. I just hate that look. And there's another guy that could have cleaned up a little bit better for the show. That's okay. It's just a mess. Just guys, don't do that. The bracelets are beautiful, perfect.
Moving on, Abdul Hamid Siddiqui the chairman of Siddiqui Holding.
Yeah, perfect. Look at that. Look at that jacket. Oh my God. It's perfect. Everything. The cut of the jacket is perfect. Look at he's missing the front button. That's
Yeah, well,
undone.
I noticed that earlier with
Look at
another
that.
couple of lads. Yeah.
Look at the pocket square. Look at the shirt. This
That
is
H there,
outfit
is
of
that
the
an
year for me.
Hermes belts? Is that what that
Hermes
H
belt.
is?
It is. Beautiful blue
Yeah,
slacks. He's blue everywhere. Look at that.
he's got
Gorgeous.
the little accents of blue
This
going
is
on here.
nice. This is spring. This
This
is
is
fresh. It's
Right.
alive.
favorite outfit so
New
far.
life.
100%. Beautiful
Yeah, he looks
jacket.
good.
Wow.
100%. Can we get a shoe in there? Do we got a shoe or no?
Let's see if
Okay.
there's another. Well, he's also double fisting. And by the
Okay.
way, he's got a very rare watch on. He's got the new Yachtmaster in titanium.
Oh wow.
I wish I had bumped
And an
into this
FP
dude
Journe.
because I'd love to get my hands on that watch. And he's wearing an Elegante on the other wrist. Now, I don't mind that band as much as the yellow. That kind of turquoise blue band on that watch isn't
It looks
so
better.
bad.
Yeah. It looks better.
Also, he's got a nice complexion for that kind of, for bright colors. But man, there is
Yeah.
a watch right there. I haven't never seen one in the wild. Looks like he's been wearing it a lot too. Wow. Now, is that houndstooth? Is that what that is?
Yeah,
there?
that's houndstooth. Yeah, that's
Okay.
this is a combination. This is a check houndstooth window pane. This is
Yeah, there's a
whole
lot
thing.
going on.
There's a lot going on.
Right.
Here.
But it's
Right.
really micro. That's one thing
Yeah.
about patterns. If there's a lot going on, if it's really micro, so smaller, it doesn't look too much. If it's big
Yeah,
patterns,
Shocking.
loud, then it doesn't work as well.
That's a
Yeah,
killer
because from a
jacket.
distance, yeah, it
You
works
can't
really
tell
nice.
for all the details.
Killer.
Your eyes just notice that it's detailed. You don't see too much going on. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah,
and
it's
dark
great.
and dark pants as well, which gives it balance.
Navy
right?
slacks.
Yeah.
All the blues to be had in the jacket. The shirt is a pale blue. The accented with the pocket square. This guy just thought about everything. Even his FP Journe is a shade of blue.
Yeah.
Really great. Really great. My favorite outfit so far, and it fits him perfectly. By the way, kudos
Yeah,
to
good for
to
him.
the tailoring.
Good
It's
for him.
perfect. Yeah.
This chap has a Van Cleef on, and I wanted to ask you guys about Van Cleef. It seems to be a thing lately. Guys are wearing Van Cleef bracelets.
Wow.
You see these bracelets here, and there's some controversy about whether that's too feminine to wear a Van Cleef bracelet, because
I
these
would
are
say
for-
he's the bottom.
It's not for the it's not for the boys.
It's
No.
not.
Sorry.
Yeah, a lot of people are
No,
complaining.
sorry.
They're going, yeah, it's not
Stop
really.
trying to take all of our stuff.
Everybody
Let
has
us
to
have it.
remember that Piaget is for your girlfriend and Van Cleef is for your wife. That's how it works.
That's how I feel about it. But there's a lot of chaps doing this. This guy has some sick ass AP on with
That's crazy.
ruby or sapphire, blue sapphires, insane in gold,
Insane.
and and then he's matching up with the blue and the gold on the other arm.
No, a million times no.
No, thank you.
No.
No,
Van
thank
Cleef
you. Don't
belongs
do
on a
that.
beautiful lady. Listen, this this is a Van Cleef watch. What is he wearing?
It's a Van Cleef watch. Yes.
Yeah. Look, the Asian guys with their style, because they're more, listen, let's face it, they're a little bit prettier than most Western men. They're more angular. They have more feminine features. They have smaller frames, so they can carry off more feminine accented things. I think that watch is really gross, though. It looks horrible. I don't like anything about it.
I don't
Van Cleef's
like
jewelry.
I don't like that kind of lug there, that center lug. Unless it's on a woman,
No.
if it's on a Ballon Bleu or something like that, or something very, very feminine, not for a dude.
That's a good
Yeah.
point. That's a
Yeah.
good point. Yeah, I don't like it either.
Yeah. It's got
Van Cleef do
shoes
all
on
of
it.
this extra crazy jewelry stuff. This is probably some crazy clock that opens up every hour.
Yeah.
They have a lot of those kind of displays. Just very, very quickly, let's get through a couple more watches because we have to wrap up. This is a watch that you would love, Dirk.
I'd like it beat up a little. It's too perfect.
It's too
At
perfect.
1675, it's too perfect.
It's probably a replaced bezel as well. There's
Yeah,
no service.
it's a service
Small
bezel. No,
Yeah,
I want that all gone. I don't want to see
yeah.
any
You want
of
it
it
faded, as
faded
hell.
like beyond
Yeah.
belief. Yeah. Yeah, I would lose my mind over like a 1675 that's never been serviced or touched. That looks like it's been
Right.
somebody's garage for 25 years. Yeah.
It's nice. And this
Yeah.
Boucher Giraud Maxi Oval. Look at this thing. Oof. I mean,
That's interesting.
Mm.
I actually
It's-
kind of like it. It's super dressy and super crazy, but I
Yeah.
think
If you ever considered wearing that, I'd bring you to your first shrink, though.
It's
I mean,
giving Fabergé egg.
yeah, it's like a Fabergé egg with that. Yeah. This is like, let me fasten your bustle and help you powder your nose. This looks like, Louis the 14th.
just look at those numerals, though. They look like huge shadows of numerals, stretched across the ground at sunset. They're so long.
I'd like to see that on an old
I like
watch
that
lady.
too.
It would be beautiful on her.
Oh yeah, she would kill that.
She would kill that.
Hmm.
And here's some vintage.
I bet she
Serpenti.
has it.
She probably does have it.
She's got everything.
They look great. She's got baggy jeans on, but is that her mom?
Could be, yeah. I like the style here.
Yeah,
Very,
sure.
very
It's
nice.
very,
And the vintage Serpentis.
Looks
Of
like a Veronica
course.
Beard jacket.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, the Serpentes are out of this world. Yeah,
Yeah.
these girls look cute. The bags are great. The jeans are terrible, but that's okay.
Yeah, would have preferred like some like trousers, like maybe
Yeah.
a little bit of like a.
No skirts. Where
Loose.
nobody's wearing a beautiful skirt. Or...
You know,
me
I was
take a look
thinking
at
about that.
Eleanor.
Let's bring back skirt suits for women, but
yeah,
tailor them to like actually fit their curves properly to really
Yeah.
emphasize the right things. Let's bring
Yeah.
it back. I'm gonna next winter. Just wait.
I wanted to very quickly look at Eleanor Picciotto, who's at the show with Revolution Watch, and the style. Come to think of it, she was wearing a lot of pants.
She's got the new gray
Yeah,
Guinness
she's-
on.
Yeah, she was doing the whole thing. I mean, they got to look at all the watches. This is one of the most stylish women in watches right now.
She's astonishing. Jesus.
What kind
Christ.
of top is that? I mean, that's yes. Now, there you go with hair. I mean, the hair is making it even better, if you ask me.
She's
Just the way
beyond
it's-
beautiful. This one.
Yeah.
She's beautiful. That's a great. I love the medium length hair like that. It's so pretty. We don't see it that much. We either see like long or super short. I love medium length hair with the beautiful
Yeah.
flowy. It just frames the face so nicely. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
For
she's
sure.
outrageous.
And she's
but again, wearing a
smart.
lot of, and she's very smart and multilingual and so on.
Oh wow.
She's talking
Oh,
about
there's your watch that disappointed
Oh,
you so
my
much.
God. No, it didn't. It was just because it was in that display. It looked black. What is this kind of big link here? We've seen this
Chain
before.
link.
It's a chain link.
Yeah, it's chain link.
Women
Yeah.
have been very much shamed away from wearing big jewelry
Mhm.
because it was very in for some reason. Business casual style was really in when I was in high school. It was either North Face and leggings or business. Like we wore pencil skirts to school, and that's what everyone was wearing. And also we wore big statement jewelry like that. And now for a long time, it's been considered just so millennial, so outdated. But slowly it's coming back, as all trends kind of do. So that's what's happening. And she pulls it off. But you definitely need to just pick your pieces well.
I mean, I lived through the 80s and women wore gigantic jewelry back then. Ridiculous oversized bracelets. They wore amulets. It was a crazy time of gold and a lot of overdone stuff.
Look at this Cartier, the Reflexion, the Cartier.
Yeah. Oh my
I
God.
think it's amazing because, from the angle, you can read the time. And if it's the other way around, the reflection on the gold on the other side, you can actually read the time in reverse. But just impeccable style here, not too much. She's wearing different kinds of pendants there. She's one tight around the neck and one all the way down. That's very cool. I mean, there's a lot of different stuff here. You could.
I love her lanai pants, her tiger lanai pants. Beautiful.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. But look at this watch. This one is fascinating to me. This is an old watch lady kind of thing, isn't it?
It's outrageous. Well, it's her style, her quirky style, her signature style.
Right.
I could definitely see. Now, is this the first time they ever made this? Because I'm unfamiliar with it. Or is this
It was I think it's a reissue. There was tons of them on display. different ones, some covered in diamonds and so on. But yeah, magnificent piece. Cartier just continue to be amazing. Look, as you can see, the reflection.
That's outrageous.
It's so
yeah.
Isn't
cute.
that just
Aw.
oh man.
It's
I don't
so
know what
not
price that is.
functional, but it's so yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Very cool. Guys, we actually have to wrap up.
Yeah.
But that was a lot of fun. I think we could
Indeed.
probably do part 2 of that next week
Yeah.
because so much to get through.
Yeah, let's do part 2.
Yeah,
for sure.
let's do it.
Guys, you got to subscribe to Michaela's channel. There you are, Michaela de Chatillon. Go over and subscribe. She does a lot of cool videos. Any watch videos coming out soon, Michaela?
I do. I have.
In form.
Yay.
Yes, I'm editing a video currently. Well, first I was getting requests to do Watch and Wonders watches, but instead I'm just going to pick a few high horology pieces, recent releases from certain brands, and I'm in the process of editing it, so you can expect it in the next few days. But yeah, I was dead before I was dead, but I'm alive again, so we're back.
And before we go real quickly, can you show us what you have on the wrist? Because I forgot to do wrist check.
Wearing the
Your big
Ballon
Ballon
Bleu.
Bleu.
Oh, Ballon Bleu.
to
Beautiful.
Cartier.
Gorgeous.
My beautiful cabochon.
Yeah.
It's beautiful and it goes perfectly with that top as well. It's a very nice top.
Thank you. Thank you.
Perfect coloring.
Yeah.
Dirk, I noticed you're doing on the left.
Yeah, I'm doing so because I have this whole new rig here, so I don't.
Nice.
There's too much superstructure, so I'm wearing it on my left wrist, so I don't mess it up. I just wanted to get before we go. I just wanted to. We have a couple of super chats, and I don't want to lose these people. They're
Please,
nice people.
yeah.
Tim Wright, $1.99 super sticker. Back is Chaplin $1.99, and no endless time. He says at Oisin, I sent you 2 photos via my Insta of my wife and me when we were in Geneva. I'd be happy if you could show them. Best wishes from Germany. Just
We don't have to. We've actually run out of time now, man. But let me pull those up next week. Can you remind me next week? And we'll do. We'll actually do part 2 of this stuff, and we'll delve a little deeper. Yeah, how about that?
How about the people, the punters of
yeah, I'll gather photos of people at the event, just the regular punters,
all the sloppy guys with their trainers and their shorts. Yeah,
and I'm of course doing the Palm because I know you both love
it.
The Palm,
my favorite watch on you.
Is it?
Yeah, it suits you, man. Suits you.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
It really does.
Great show. Great to see you again, Michaela. Glad you're feeling better.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back.
Yay.
I'll see you both next week.
See you next week.